these people suck and they're dragging me down. What is that? What was that? That's a stupid problem. That kind of sucks. That's kind of a shit idea. Hello, good day, good evening, whatever it is for you. My name is Silas. I am generally a Linux user, although I haven't made many videos on the Silas and Linux YouTube channel. I don't know what am I doing? I'm removing this. I've just reinstalled Linux for the first time in like a year. I was sick of Zorin OS. Now I'm on Cachy, jump on the bandwagon about probably like a year later. Things have changed. I have a MacBook now. I don't particularly like it, but I have an iPhone now as well, because doing app and web development, especially app development for iPhone, not that good if you don't have an iPhone. And also for other reasons, but maybe I'll make a video about that. Look, you can't see it, but I'm wearing a CPU t-shirt from Linus Tech Tips himself. I've been watching Linus Tech Tips, I think, for almost 10 years now at this point, which seems kind of crazy. But they're doing a Linux challenge again, and that's cool. I'm into it. I want to see how badly his luck is going to go with Linux this time. Maybe I'll do other videos in the future again. Who cares? It's just funny probably to react to what I assume is going to be fails from how he's been talking about Linux on the WAN show, which I listen to regularly. I wanted to watch this from the sofa, but I figured out, okay, I use my projector so little that actually I don't know where the dongle for this is. It's not in the PC, which is where I thought it was, but it's not. So, no reaction from the sofa. Maybe for the next part. Maybe for the next part. At the time where I'm recording this has been uploaded 2 hours ago. And look, this is GNOME. This is just GNOME on CachyOS. GNOME, the best desktop. Hate me, it is the best desktop. You morons. Water with ice cubes. Let's go. Let's just watch this and I want to see what happens. Does it work with full screen?
Copilot, you need to opt out.
Top 10 Linux experience. What is screen share? This is Wayland. There's reasons why I don't like Wayland. What do you mean I can't screen capture in full screen mode? This happened on Discord earlier in a call with a friend, and I was like, no, fuck, this is Discord's fault. This is stupid. No, now it's happening in OBS as well. That sucks. I don't know. Let's see. Is that window capture in this? Where's window capture in this? Window capture works, but screen capture doesn't. That's pretty crap.
Copilot, you need to opt out. Windows update. You will own nothing and be happy. Ah!
Bill Gates.
Oh, thank goodness it was just a dream. For a second there, I thought Windows really was getting worse.
It wasn't a dream. Sorry, I was just scared for my privacy. I didn't want to sleep in my own bed anymore.
What are you doing?
Did I mention this? I have a screwdriver. I don't even know where that is. No, I know where that is. It's next to my cooled water machine. What's it called? People are going to comment about this. It's this machine like a coffee machine, but it just does hot and cold water. Aqua Optima. I'm an Aqua Optima shill. No, fan. I've bought it myself.
Here!
I heard that Linus was going to save us.
Linux, Elijah, not Linus.
He is the creator of
He
Linux,
does have
though.
a valid concern, though. With Microsoft adding more and more bloat that negatively impacts the user experience and user privacy on Windows, more people than ever are asking themselves, what can I do? Well, there's those Windows debloating scripts, but
Get a MacBook Neo for $599. You could. The hardware is really nice. I hate macOS. It's bad UX, but okay.
those aren't quite the silver bullet that they're made out to be, and
Don't
there
go
is
Mac.
Mac,
No.
but
Yeah.
that's not a great solution for gamers. That is where Linux comes in. As the rest of the world inshinifies, thanks to the incredible open source community and corporate sponsors like Valve, Linux just keeps getting better. And I think it's high time that I try once again to make the switch. And he's joining me. Hey, Elijah!
Linux keeps getting better, but now you have the great issue of those great fucking countries where now or states where they're enforcing that operating systems need to put up age verification. And what are you supposed to do if you're canonical or if you're System 76? You can't be like, okay, let's not comply with the law and then lose that our 1,000 workers might need to be laid off, at least partially, because suddenly we're getting fined a lot of money from, what is that, Colorado or something? Or get fined. That's pretty shitty. There's a wrong button. Yeah, don't get fined. That sucks. I would not blame Ubuntu or System 76 or any Linux distro for just begrudgingly complying, at least if they have big staff behind them that they need to take care of. You have a responsibility as a company to see that your workers are fine, and actively working towards getting a big fine from the government does not help your workforce.
Wake up, let's go!
What? But tons of games I play don't work on Linux.
Sure, but there's thousands of titles that do work. And besides, it's only a month. That is, unless you discover that you love it so much, you don't even want to play Fortnite anymore. Maybe the only 90s you'll want to crank
I
are
never
these
wanted to play Fortnite.
90-degree segues to our sponsor, Meter. They build enterprise
90-degree segues
and design and manufacture their own hardware to boot. If you're looking for a reliable, scalable networking
what company is this?
multi-site enterprise environment, Meter might be a great fit for you. Click our link.
I'm too ADHD. There's no logos on this. No, scrolling text at the bottom.
In the video description to learn more today. The first and possibly biggest hurdle when it comes to embracing that open source life is the overwhelming number of options. Now, for some folks, the idea of having so many choices, each catering to a specific user or use case, is amazing. And it is, especially if you love to tinker. But for everyone else, choice paralysis is a real thing, and with literally dozens of viable options for Linux distros, not to mention the social pressure that comes from picking the wrong one, it can be a major turnoff. Last time we did this, over 4 years ago, I called out how terrible
that was 4 years ago already. This sucks. This is so horrible. I hate time.
Sites are, and so did many others in the Linux community. And right out of the gate,
these are just terrible.
What's wrong with my nose? Hang on.
Don't expect much from this article.
Let's have a look and see if they've improved. Oh, XDA's article is from less than a month ago, though. And of course, the very first one is one I haven't even heard of. Nobara Linux, built on Fedora, quality of life tweaks, controller support out of the box, Pop OS, Fedora's on
Don't use Pop OS in 2026.
OpenSUSE, a Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed? Oh, I love Tumbleweed, but I couldn't deal with I used it for many years because I like it. It's good. I don't use it anymore because SUSE is really old, as in not Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed is like Arch, where it's a rolling release distro. You always get basically the newest stuff immediately, and it's good. It has a nice immediate backup system built in. Like you can just roll back in your boot manager. If an update breaks something, boop, version from before, there you go. But the way that they do stuff like settings management, they have their own thing called YAST, which is yet another setup tool, I think. That's what it means. Almost everything has to go through that, because if you change config files yourself, YAST will just come in and just rewrite shit everywhere. So if you look at guides, regular Linux guides, you just ask an AI or ask Google, how do you change this setting? And it's like, oh yeah, this one config file, just put this. Yeah, and then Yas just like, I could not deal with that anymore. Other than that, if you don't care about special sauce, it's really nice.
CachyOS. This I've heard of. EndeavourOS, Ubuntu. Good lord, you've hardly narrowed it down, bud. Fedora KDE. Straight up, that's it. No pros and cons of anything else, just go for it. Unless you're going handheld, then Bazite. I'd really like a distro I can use across all my devices though, so that's AMD, NVIDIA, handheld, and desktop. We'll see if that happens.
All of these at once, that's kind of a tough ask because they control so differently. Oh, that's weird. That kind of sucks. That's kind of a shit idea.
PopOS is the easiest. There's shockingly little overlap on these. I'm on my 4th article now, and 3 of the 6 options are ones that I haven't seen yet. HoloISO, Garuda Linux, and Manjaro. Of course, Googling the answer is basically boomer behavior now. If I wanted to do my thing, and I want to role play as a typical tech-interested gamer who's looking to make the switch, I gotta fire up ChatGPT and see what OpenAI has to say on the subject.
Giving it an essay there?
Well, I'm giving it as much information as I feel
This
it
is,
needs.
I don't think this is as bad of a thing. People are probably going to shit on him for doing this, but that's not as stupid. Depending on the model you choose and what tools it has available, if it can search the internet itself, if it's just a good model, if it has tools, if you use it in a good harness, AIs can be pretty helpful. I don't know if it's going to know the exact distro that Linus needs, specifically the thing of, I want it desktop, laptop, and handheld mode. That's going to be kind of hard. But I don't think this is that stupid. It's not unreasonable.
I want to make the switch to Linux.
What is he saying? Oh, is he going to read it?
I have a variety of PCs, each with different needs, and ideally, I could find a distro that works for all of them. Recommendation number
No. Where's the rest? 2X desktop PC mostly for single player and online multiplayer gaming and web browsing. Any Linux distro can do that. 1X hand. The cat just jumped off. 1X handheld gaming PC with integrated controller. That's. I don't know about that. I don't know. Does CachyOS have like a handheld version? I saw they have a desktop download. I don't know what the other one is. I didn't read that. Theater room PC and laptop mostly for work in a browser. I think you need at least 2 for this because desktop PC and laptop is close enough that one can work for both of those. But handheld and theater, no way that you're going to have that nice of an experience using like KDE on this. That's like not like standard KDE Plasma. They have like Plasma big screen. What's happened with that? What's happened with Plasma? Is it called big screen? Yeah, look, they have like this TV interface version. Oh, it's coming soon. Oh, okay. Well, that. At least that's something to remember though for the future. Plasma big screen.
needs, and ideally, I could find a distro that works for all of them. Recommendation number 1, PopOS, Ubuntu LTS,
No.
game mode. Maybe not the greatest recommendation if it doesn't know what hardware I'm using. Right there, cons. You have to manually install drivers sometimes. Manjaro comes up again. Fedora starts giving me a whole like...
What's Fedora Gaming Spin? Did you see that? Oh, I don't even know what that is.
how-to for some of the systems. Tips for smooth multi-machine use. Use a single desktop environment and the same one across different machines. Bottom line.
No, I specifically don't even think he should do that because of the entirely different usage paradigms between like mouse and keyboard and like a controller type UI. These are not the same. Touch and desktop is similar enough that you can like fudge it. Laptop with touch, nice. That's going to be good. But no, actually, laptop with touch might suck if it's some crap like XFCE or whatever, something not made for it. But GNOME and Plasma should work.
PopOS. I don't know if
No,
it's
not Pop
that
OS. They haven't
got burned by the
updated Pop
must.
OS in like 2 years. They're still on 2404. Pop OS have spent System 76. They've spent like years working on their desktop environment, Cosmic, and that's still it's 1.0 released, but it's rough around the edges still, and that's why they haven't updated the rest of the OS, because it's just like, who's gonna do it? Everybody's working on Cosmic. This shit is stressing me out, man. Already, we're like what, 5 minutes into it.
Time.
My approach was to go to Reddit, and I wanted to find someone that fit a similar profile as me, and I just basically searched for what got the most updates. But when I narrowed it down to gaming distros, there was really only a handful that were commonly recommended to me these days. Manjaro, Chimera OS, CachyOS, Bazite, and pop!_OS. If your preferred flavor wasn't on that list,
God.
I promise it doesn't mean that it's bad.
Don't
It
use
just means that
Pop!
I
OS,
didn't come
please,
across
not
many
now.
recommendations for it. So let's talk about the pros and the cons of those 5.
Chimera OS is cool, but seems to prioritize being more of a console-like experience, which is not really what I'm going for. And the same goes for SteamOS. I mean, it's still the one that I think is most likely to usher in the year of the Linux desktop, and Valve has promised to continue chipping away at the desktop experience, but it's still very much big picture first. Not to mention that the limited hardware support is going to be a challenge for, I don't know, 90% of desktop users, including my downstairs PC, which I'm also migrating this time to ensure that my immersion is complete.
For Manjaro and CachyOS, both based on Arch by the way, Manjaro's been around for several years at this point, meaning there's tons of documentation online, or other independent YouTubers have made videos and guides. It would make hopefully getting things working nice and easy. CachyOS is relatively new, but because it's new, it kind of has the same thing. Tons of people are covering it and making guides online about using it. Both of those could be a bonus for helping me get through this month.
Like I mentioned before, Pop! OS screwed me over pretty good last time. Though,
Why is he? Oh no!
from my understanding, that was an insane bug that was present for less than 24
I already know that he will use Pop! OS, and it's hilarious that, again, right, because I watch Wancho, by the way. It's amazing that now 2 times in a row doing this kind of Linux challenge, he's gotten Pop! OS on an insanely bad time. Because before this, it was fine. It was a good OS. And after that, until now, they haven't worked on Pop! OS very much. Oops. How does he do this? How does he do this? He's going to run into issues. He will.
4 hours, and I just happened to run up against. In general, it's known to provide a very friendly experience for new users, and it uses Ubuntu as a base, which can make it a little easier to find guides and other resources.
Last but not least, there's Bazite, which is explicitly gaming first and has gained serious momentum over its short 3-year history thanks to the baked-in support for HDR and variable refresh rate, easy integration with
Variable
non-Steam
refresh
launchers,
rate,
and emulation-friendly features. It's based on Fedora, which doesn't quite have the same normie install base as Ubuntu, but it is still a major distro, meaning hopefully
I've used that for years on a little 2-in-1 handheld, not handheld, and mini laptop, like 10-inch or something. I don't even know where that is. Fedora is pretty good. It's a solid choice for Fedora workstation, they call it, the one for regular people.
shouldn't be too hard to find support again.
On the subject of support, there's no real reason that Elijah and I would have to figure any of this out on our own. We could easily use our industry contacts to get help with everything.
We're gonna call Linus
Torvalds.
Torvalds.
Bug fix implemented in real time. But to me, that kind of ruins the spirit of the challenge. I mean, it's not like the average person would be able to contact Linus Torvalds for help recompiling the kernel, you know?
With all of that in mind, I'm going with Bazite, specifically the KDE desktop environment. One,
No, it's called Plasma. I hate when people do this. KDE is... It's no longer the cool desktop environment, even though that's really stupid and funny. It's actually great how dumb that is. The organization is called KDE. The desktop is called Plasma. It's not that hard to understand. People don't get it already. It's stupid.
Cool new kid on the block. Two, Bazite's documentation
It just
seems
annoys me.
slightly easier to parse through, which for me is a huge W. And 3, while it might be a little bit more limiting than CachyOS, which several people warned me about, those same people did tell me that it was a little bit easier for a first timer. I think I'm gonna take that trade-off. Now, some of you may remember from my AMD upgrade 2 years ago, I actually installed PopOS at the end. Spoiler alert, I haven't been using it. I had an issue with my Go XLR, and I spent way too long trying to figure it out.
Top 10 things to not use with Linux. Go XLR. Also, by the way, that goes for a Rodecaster from Rodecaster Duo or any Rodecaster thing. It kind of works with Linux, but it sucks.
That I ended up defaulting back to Windows 11. It's also worth mentioning that I'm only going to be swapping over my gaming PC to Linux, not my streaming PC. I can't afford to have any issues with that, and right now, it just works. And besides, all I hit is go live anyways. But who knows, if this goes well, maybe I'll be considering swapping that one over.
I, on the other hand, will be converting
Oh, it's
all
getting
of my
late,
PCs,
yeah.
which means that I need something that's compatible
tired.
with both GeForce and Radeon GPUs. I will be converting all of my PCs to...
Do you know, it's actually not that hard to use NVIDIA GPUs on Linux. It kind of sucks, but it's fine. In most of them, you just go into like a driver manager thing, click download and get it. Like Ubuntu does this, Linux Mint does this. It sucks more on Tumbleweed. I'll give you that. It's pretty garbage on Tumbleweed because Tumbleweed updates so often. Like almost every day, every week, you could have a version where it's like, oh, now the NVIDIA driver doesn't work anymore. I do need to roll back, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's where the script ends. I have to actually decide now. I'm going with PopOS. Just because it blew up on me once doesn't mean it'll blow up on me again. I'm gonna follow ChatGPT's
What is the camera doing?
recommendation here. I'm gonna
What?
start with one machine, get everything going the way that I...
Don't face palm. Your camera is gonna freak out. Stop. Unlock me. Unlock me. Okay.
want it, and then assuming that that goes well, I'm gonna stick with PopOS. Okay, so who nailed this? ChatGPT got the way I was already leaning. PopOS was the first recommendation from InterServer, whatever this is. NVIDIA drivers handled cleanly. Okay, PopOS. Drive me, daddy.
What, you guys started without me? My side of this challenge probably won't be quite as bad as Linus's, since I've been using Arch on my laptop for a while now, by the way, and I've gotten pretty comfortable with it. That being said, my use case on my laptop is fairly limited, so this is an expansion forward. I'm in, and I'm going with CachyOS. The whole reason why I've been running Arch on my laptop was to try to demystify and defang the scary experience of Linux for some people, because I wanted to show, like, look, I'm gonna put very little effort into this, to be completely honest, and I expect it's mostly gonna go okay. But the reason for that was because my experience was limited mostly to a browser. So I kind of want to continue the Arch experiments, but in a way that the community is mostly flagging right now as better for gaming, which is going the Cachy direction. I still love Linux Mint, still use it in a couple spots here or there, just because I find it so like easy to get set up and going. And I know there was some comments under last challenge about my choice of Linux Mint on like, oh, it's not as updated as other things, or blah, 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 because the Linux community loves to just scream about stuff all the time. I wouldn't dissuade you from choosing it. I'm just kind of doing an experiment thing with Arch and enjoying it right now. So I'm gonna continue on to CachyOS, and hopefully it goes fine.
It is 8:03, and I am just about to start my Bazite installation. Here we go. Insert. Oh wait, crap, I gotta put the SSD in. But hey, you guys like my new server rack?
Insert.
Ah, it's pretty cool. And Linus made fun of me saying I'd never see it again in the server rack case. Now, some of you might actually ask why I'm ripping out both of my drives in my computer, when Windows is probably only installed on one. Well, one thing I won't miss about Windows is there's this really weird bug. Sometimes when you rip out one drive, after you've installed it with two in it, it will show up in the boot option in the BIOS, but it will just fail to boot. I don't know how that is still a bug on Windows 11, but hey, I won't have to deal with that with Bazite. Hopefully.
I have CachyOS on this flash drive ready to go, but I ran into a problem. My motherboard has an M.2 slot here, an M.2 slot here, here, and here. But I didn't build my system. I don't know where my current drive is installed. It should be installed here, but it was built by Linus.
That's a stupid problem. I guess it's the same problem if you have a pre-built PC, but that's a stupid problem.
As a kid, so I have no idea. And my problem is, that's my system. This is the bulb.
Oh, I remember this. I watched them. I watched that video.
.2s behind this GPU is going to be insane. I like doing that without completely destroying my computer.
Okay, I agree. I actually agree that is a problem, a real problem.
It's not really possible. So hopefully I can remove this one little strip and there's no drive there and everything will be fine. But if there is a drive there, I'm screwed.
For no reason other than that I'm a sucker for punishment, I've decided to do my upgrade to Pop! OS here at Whale Land. I just got to unplug.
That was
my boot
moronic.
drive. I treated myself to an Optane drive a little while back. And I just got to disable Secure Boot, and then hopefully this is going to be completely painless and I'll be gaming in like 15 minutes. And we're off to a great start. Select your drive, can't see it. Well, I put it in a known good slot. Turns out the drive is bad. Why are these challenges always
known
cursed?
good?
Downside of a multi-monitor setup, this is my primary monitor, so we're trying to boot into the BIOS right now. So we're gonna go into Fedora. Verifying shim sbait date failed. Something has gone seriously wrong. I've done nothing. Okay, I think I saw something related to Secure Boot. It is enabled. I'm gonna try disabling it. This OS version workstation, it's past its end of life date. What? I downloaded it fresh from Bazite's website today. That's a scary warning. So I did take this drive from the office.
Fedora 39?
As LTT. Maybe I did happen to.
I don't even know what version. What do we have now? I don't even know because I don't use Fedora, but 39 seems low.
To grab a drive from work that had Fedora. I won't mark that against Bazite then. That was 100% on me. Okay, we're booting up again. Hey, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, Bazite. Yes, we want to go into live ISO just so I can do the install. Hey, there you go, little Bazite logo. Oh, this monitor lit up. Hey, there we go. Welcome to the live ISO for Bazite. How would you like to install? Oh yeah, so the drive I did grab had Fedora on it. I wonder if this was the drive I used in the Linus Torvalds video. Erase date.
39. What's the life cycle of a Fedora version? What is this? You can buy it on the internet. You can buy you can buy on a DVD. Yeah, every 6 months. Every 6 months they do a new release. So 39 is, by this count, quite old already for Linux world.
Data and install. I will say, I think the default background's really pretty. I might actually keep that. Kind of matches the keyboard colors, you know? While I'm waiting for an install, I might as well do a merch plug. LTTstore.com. Oh God, I punched my other camera. LTTstore.com.
All right, no drive under there. You can see an empty slot. They didn't decorate over the screws.
Nice, good.
Linus's kids. Gamer time. Welcome to CachyOS. I used Rufus to flash my drive. I got the M.2 installed, and now we're here. So far, the hardest part
Rufus.
was
I remember
to boot to
Rufus.
the flash drive. I've been super interested in trying Hyperland, but I think I'm going to keep that for maybe something on my laptop or something that I'm more happy to just play with. Try to keep pretty much everything the same as what I'm used to, except for CachyOS, and just see how it goes. You know what? Calling an audible. Let's give it a shot. Lemonade.
ButterFS, really good. You should use ButterFS. Although, if you want to install CachyOS with ButterFS, or anything with ButterFS, you need to run RAM check. Run some, like CachyOS has this built in their images. Put the stick in, USB stick in, and run memtest at least once, so it says pass, and run it like once a year or once, like half a year, whatever. If you have bad RAM, ButterFS will screw itself up. It's, in my experience, super susceptible to RAM causing it to corrupt itself, and then it will lock itself to read only, and you'll need to reinstall the whole OS. Your data will be probably fine, but you just can't use it anymore because out of safety reasons it recognizes, oh shit, something happened. It's corrupted. Let's stop destroying files and lock itself. That sucks. I thought 2 times, I thought it was my SSD broke because I didn't know this. And yeah, it turns out this like 5-year-old RAM that I had was broken. Yeah, this. Does anybody want to buy broken HyperX DDR3? There's no fuck DDR4. I'm sorry, not DDR3. That would be crazy.
His landline sounds cool, looks cool. Gonna go with Grub. I'm just used to it. Hey, we're in. Everything seems okay so far. I wonder how many times Linus's brick is installed.
All right, now that I have a working drive, this is great. Prompted to set up encryption right out of the gate. You'll love to see it. Pretty painless setup so far. Don't need this. This looks fine. Ooh, we're in. Now I gotta play a game.
Oh, hey, there you go. Is a secure boot key added? Okay, well, let's do a reboot. I assume I just leave it on Fedora. What the frackle is this? Do I have to do the secure boot thing? Let's try this again. Error. You need to load the kernel first. Okay, maybe I should.
I don't know what that
That's the error
means.
I was getting, so we're gonna use method B. Disable secure boot in the BIOS before proceeding, and then re-enable it after enrolling the key. I have to enter a command in the host terminal?
Is this a U-Blue thing, or what is that? What is this from? What documentation is this? Bazite documentation, I assume. OS tree. Oh god, I know nothing about OS tree, or for like, kind of about Fedora, but not about OS tree at all. Does it need to like switch the branch over, and it needs a key for that or something?
Here I was getting, so we're
I
gonna
think
use
it's like
method
a branched file system, basically, like
B.
Git.
Disable secure boot in the BIOS before.
If you've already installed Bazite, then enter this command in a host terminal. You just enroll secure boot key. If prompted to enroll the required key, then enter the password in the host terminal. Is that the password? It's just universal blue.
Before proceeding, and then re-enable it after.
Hey, what should we make our password? Our default password for U-Blue. Universal blue. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Enrolling the key. I have to enter a command in the host terminal? Oh, did I mess this up? You know what? I'm gonna try reinstalling it with secure boot enabled this time.
That's weird because I installed it on a mini PC. I made a special video about a little mini PC that I put Bazite on, and I didn't do any of this, but I never turned secure boot off.
Oh, maybe I don't want to do that. That takes it takes so long. Okay, well
No, it
let's try
doesn't. It's like
reinstalling
10
Bazite from the
minutes,
beginning.
5 minutes. It's
And
not like a Windows install that actually takes an hour.
with secure boot on this time, and we'll see if something's different. All right, I've reinstalled it. Documentation says to reboot, enroll the keys. Yes, it's just universal blue. I think I enabled it. Hey, there you go. I feel like I just went in a circle, but we'll let it cook. Hey, we're in. Okay, it did detect all three. I kind of
guess
have
that's
a weird
good.
one that's off to the side here, so I can like monitor chat when I do other stuff. Oh, okay. Not right now, Steam. That's kind of cool. Got Steam pre-installed. That'll be nice. Maybe I'll get a game up and running like real quick.
All right, here comes the point where we tripped up last time.
Oh god.
Well, that was painless.
And
I'm
he's
almost
using
there,
Cosmic,
but before
yeah.
I can game with this man, I'm gonna need voice chat. So we're getting Discord going. I already got Left 4 Dead 2 installed. Already there's some slightly icky things.
I hate the Cosmic dock, like this layout, this rounded look. It's great if you like it. I can tolerate rounded corners. I think rounded corners can be nice, but this, like, I hate this pill shape for anything. Like the whole new YouTube UI, I hate pill buttons.
I have Discord working, which is super cool. Really? All right, I'm ready to launch the game. What is this? What is this? The Linux curse might be coming for me. Wait, it
God.
magically healed itself. Magically healed itself. Well, this is
God.
messed up. I've got my Discord volume at 200%. I've got Luke's individual user volume at 170%. And I've got my system volume at 150%. And I can barely hear anybody. No, it's not you guys, it's me. I'm just experiencing Linux things. But hey, it could be worse. I could be that guy at a LAN who's not running his game in full screen. Sup, Rob? All right, just rebooted and no game volume whatsoever. What about like a YouTube video? Okay, that's loud. That's loud. That's a good sign. That is so bizarre. Okay, let's see if Discord is solved. If Discord's solved, we're good. And then Discord maybe just magically healed itself. What's up, gamers? Oh, we're good.
So did your audio just require a restart?
It's complicated. My system was set to like spitif out, so obviously that was why I was getting no audio
That
in game.
sucks.
But that doesn't explain why I was getting extremely low audio in Discord.
Yeah, that's strange.
That's also
It's
weird.
that problem of like, why isn't this working? And then why is this working? It's like,
I'd rather have why isn't it working than why is it working.
Oh, whoa. Why did that change it? Do you see that? Since I have a dual PC set up in my server rack, this is my streaming PC that records. I was actually getting ready to record and it's not quite scaled correct. Like you can see I'm missing like half my taskbar. That was not a scaling thing. This monitor is not 4K, so I'm a little confused on why it's showing 4K as an option. I do normally set to 120 Hertz though. Well, it made everything, oh, whoa, why did that change it? Do you see that? It's scaled properly, but you know what scaled it properly is adjusting the frame rate. If I go to 140 on my OBS capture,
Yeah, people shit on me when I'm like, no, Plasma doesn't feel as nice to use as GNOME because weird things happen.
Not scaled right. But if I change it to 120 and apply it, now it's scaled appropriately. Like my scaling is the same. My
That's
resolution's
totally
the same.
stupid.
Now that I've got these displays configured, Steam looked like it was already installing, so let's double check that. Dude, are we gonna get a game going like that? I know it's not compatible. I'm still gonna download it because I want to try it. I won't blame any Bazite or Linux for it not working, but it's one of my go-to games right now. I need to test if PUBG is gonna work. Do I need to enable the Proton compatibility later? Hey, it's enabled right away. Oh yeah, look, it like installed it right here. I guess while that's installing, maybe I can get some other apps going here. Discord. Hey, there it is. Oh, Discord is high risk. This app uses legacy X11 windowing system, which allows it to record all keystrokes, captures. It also has access to the internet, meaning it could...
Calling it high risk, I think I get what they mean. Oh, no permissions for like recording your keyboard input and capture screenshots and monitor what you're using, other applications. Like what Discord just does. So you can press the M key or whatever you set it to mute yourself. And so you can do screen share, and so you could have the little like person is now playing PUBG thing. This over dramatic. Leave it. Don't say it like this.
Data to outside parties. Ooh, this is very timely. Well, I need Discord, so I'm installing it. That warning, as scary as it probably seems to a lot of people, I think it is kind of a cool thing that they're letting you know that it might be...
But I like that they show you the permissions or the stuff that it can do. Like, if you, for example, look at Flatpak, those apps have permissions, but usually there's no indicator, no thing that just asks you, okay, should this app show your, like, look at your camera or whatever. It just might show it in the terminal if you use Flatpak install. It shows you a list of the permissions, but you don't by default get a thing that says, no, disallow this, allow that. You can get it with FlatSeal, but there's things to improve still. But that wording, oh my god, it uses X11, so it's literally the devil. Oh my god.
Be risky. So if you're
That's
a
stupid.
non-experienced user going to download something, it could give you a heads up like, whoa, just so you're aware. For Discord, we already know they're stealing all our data anyways. I don't know. Whoa, you can download Edge? Holy cow, you gotta be a psychopath. High risk. Let's go through audio while everything's installing really quick. It's showing up is huge. I hear the mic is going
Roadcaster
direct-
Pro. No, yeah, it's a Roadcaster as well. Oh god, where? I didn't even see that on the table. I didn't look.
to the Roadcaster, and the Roadcaster should just pass out. Hey, it's being detected. Wow, that was really fast. Really? I'm gonna call.
Well, it does just show up as input and output channels, but you don't get any of the nice, like the UI where you can drag files onto it, so you can press buttons.
Smooth move, Fox boy.
That was oddly loud. That sucked.
Wife really quick. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
I didn't have to configure anything. That's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, but hey, the fact that I didn't have to troubleshoot it makes me very happy.
Just
Good.
installed it, instantly installed OBS. I had to restart my Roadcaster, but then it worked immediately. We'll see if the audio is fine. Seems like the audio was fine. off to bigger and better things. So I'm gonna.
I hate that. I have, like, there's no indicator for what channel it is. The way that I have it plugged in is sometimes, for some reason, this has 2 USB ports, and one USB port is supposed to give you a regular. How do you describe this? You get like several audio outputs and inputs from a Rodecaster, and they're supposed to have different names, like chat audio, microphone, mix, whatever. But it just shows up as Rodecaster audio, analog output Rodecaster Duo, digital output SPDIF Rodecaster, analog output Rodecaster Duo, digital output Rodecaster SPDIF. That sucks. That's super dumb. And then input, analog input Rodecaster Duo, digital input SPDIF Rodecaster, whatever. And there's 1, 2 more. I don't know why it works apparently easier for them, or maybe they just figured it out. Maybe my setup is more weird than theirs. Probably it is, because I also use it for mixing desktop audio back in with my mic as one microphone into OBS and into Discord. So my setup is probably more annoying and shit than what they're doing, but I don't know.
Get Teams installed here because I need to do a work call. Well, the Teams call went fine, sort of. Teams is still a very annoying experience on Linux, regardless of what Linux flavor you go with. There's no official app. I was using the Teams for Linux open source community thing. It's like fine. There's some kludginess here and there. It seems like most of the community agrees that the best way to do it these days is to just run it through the browser entirely, which I really don't prefer, but I'm going to keep fighting with Teams for Linux and see if I can get it working in a state that I would like. I would say with the like install it real quick, sign in, and it works perfectly. No, not quite, but
that's a Teams issue. That's not a Linux issue.
Supporting it, so I appreciate the effort. Another thing that I would say is that gaming has been perfectly fine so far. Obviously, the Spire is working, no problem. Gaming so far going okay. No major hiccups with anything as of right now, but I'll let you know if things change.
Well, Control-Alt-Delete doesn't do anything. Alt-Tab allows me to switch to things, but my mouse is not there. Like I'm hearing like like in my ears. This is so awesome. I managed to play a game for 20 seconds. I must just be cursed. I have to be cursed at this point. Okay, I managed to find this. I'm gonna try to end the process. Half-Life 2, I think. Is this, hello? Delete? Is that not gonna work? That's not gonna do anything? Yeah, I have 7 people waiting for me because I'm a special Linux snowflake right now. I don't understand why trying to do the most basicest of things, launch a Valve game on a fresh install, manages to be like this. I'm even on AMD, guys. I'm on AMD. I'm going back to Windows for now because this is just, it's not acceptable. I have to be able to play the game right now.
Okay, the last thing now, I think I'm just gonna game. Ooh. It's got a borked rating. As of 2 weeks ago, someone said it's borked. So, yikes.
That
I won't
sucks.
blame any Bazite or Linux for it not working. Judging by how long it's taking, that's not a good sign. A month without PUBG. Okay, well, let's launch the walkthrough.
I hate competitive games. I don't care at all. I don't play them. If I play something at all, which is rare these days, single player things, who cares about like, yeah, I need to be extremely stressed out and angry at this competitive thing because my teammates suck. And I'm obviously the best player ever. And these people suck and they're dragging me down. No, that's shit. That's garbage. I hate that. That's not fun.
Hey, there we go.
All right, we finished the round. It's the next day, and I'm gonna see if I can figure out what the heck was going on there. Off to a great start.
What is that? What was that?
See how this goes. All right, this is how far I made it last
Cosmic?
time.
What was that?
Now you are playing with power. I just gotta
try running it in Vulkan. Unfortunately, there's no in-game setting for it, but apparently this will do the trick.
Like you gotta break through this wall.
And there it is. That was the fix. Not complicated, but definitely frustrating when you consider that this is a first-party Valve title and the bugginess is so immediate.
My screen sometimes flashes. It's a busted screen. is broken.
Immediately apparent when you try to play the game. And there's
Stop
also
doing
apparently
that.
been an issue since at least July of last year. To be clear, none of this is meant to discount the experiences that other people have. It's just to also acknowledge that not everybody has such a seamless experience. With Left 4 Dead
Yeah, but you use Pop OS in 2026.
solved, our next challenge is going to be Helldivers 2. We're going to be playing with the VIPs. I've never played before, so I'm finding so much weird stuff, dude. It like turned into 2 black windows that then turned into this. Oh, whoa, check this out. Why am I cursed
That
like this?
is
Opening cinematic
crazy.
played okay, and this looks promising other than the weird white line that I have at the left and top for some reason. Is the mouse supposed to do anything?
It's supposed to do something.
Hold on, here's an idea. Okay, so look up, we can rebind that. Let's go left click. Okay. Hey, controller works. I guess I'm gaming on a controller, boys.
So I'm going to install Dolphin. Oh, wait. Dolphin's the name of their, the file manager, right? Oh, speaking of files, I should try to mount my network share. So network, shared folders, SMB. Oh, dude, is it going to find it for me? Whoa, it found it for me. Hell yeah. Add. Can I pin them to the side? Oh, I can. Oh, that's kind of nice. That was really easy to mount my network share. And these are SMB, set as default app. Hey, there you go. Hey, I set VLC as a default app. I'm feeling pretty decent right now. I have my audio working. I have a game running. I have my SMB share mounted. The most painful roadblock was by far like getting it to this point. A quick recap on what happened with the Secure Boot thing was I turned Secure Boot off because I thought that's what it needed when the Fedora drive that I accidentally grabbed from work was asking for it. Then when I installed
that's
Bazite,
true.
it was, hey, turn Secure Boot on. I don't have it on. I have
The
your key.
busted,
But after
yeah.
I installed it, I think I might have gotten a little bit confused or chose the wrong thing when it asks me to enroll it. I needed to make sure that Secure Boot was on first. And now that it was on when I installed it, it was pretty painless. I do think it's a little weird that they still wanted me to type Universal Blue when I was enabling the keys. I'm not really sure why. I do wonder how much it'll help me in the future if there's a software or a game that requires Secure Boot. I wonder if Linus is gonna have as smooth of a time or if his is gonna be a little bit worse.
Well, this is remarkable. I'm up to 3 Steam windows now. Nope, can't type. After I figured out the control issues, we did manage to get through the entire Helldivers
the
mission
hell?
with no further complications. So while I wouldn't call today a success, it also wasn't a
Three Steam windows that all do the same thing when you interact with one of them I've never seen anything like that before. That has to be like is that a cosmic thing? Cosmic, like a window manager issue where it just spawns multiple versions, like clones of the same window.
failure, and I think I'm ready to do a little bit more Googling, learn a bit more, figure out what the heck is going on with my Steam interface here. Now, it is worth noting that while I am obviously showing a lot of the problems I'm having today, I'm not trying to make Linux look bad or anything, and there were aspects of the experience that were much better. For instance, setting up Pop OS involved none of my data being given away. And maybe more importantly, if you don't like futzing about with things, is I had to do nothing to get all of my various devices working. No going to the manufacturer's website, downloading drivers, none of that nonsense. The convenience of the Cosmic Store and it being something I might actually want to use, unlike the Windows Store, pretty nice. And so far, I've got to give it credit for being pretty darn intuitive, other than maybe the pressing the power button to reach my settings. That has like Windows 95, you press start to shut down kind of energy. With all that said, I'm excited about the next month, and I hope you guys are excited to come along with us, and excited to hear about our sponsor, Meter. As your company
Meter.
grows and branches out around the world,
Okay.
you need a network that
Comments.
can scale with your operations. Juggling different ISPs, vendors, and all the necessary tools you need can be a
I used Pop OS until what happened? I think I did some like upgrade. Oh fuck! Some upgrade what is it, like updating from one LTS to the next or something, and that failed, and I could never recover that system. Well, I thought that was a good video. Maybe the next time that he will choose Pop OS, he might actually get a good shot at it. He's done nothing, but he's getting so many of these errors. If they release the next part of this, I'll also react. How long was this? 56 minutes raw recording. The video is 28 minutes. I've talked quite a lot. Go watch the original. Go see if other Linux YouTubers also make videos about this. Probably there will. I think there will. Subscribe. Click the like button if you also think, oh my god, not Pop OS, please.